Good morning. Yeah, definitely. I just had my lamp go out, so I'm still laying in bed right now because I'm exhausted. It is 5:23. Been up for the past 20 minutes laying here. I took my fat burner so I wouldn't fall back asleep, but I'm definitely exhausted this morning. Need to get up to go do fasted cardio. Really got a lot of stuff I need to make sure I get done today, especially before I catch my flight tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah. She slept really good as always. But, yeah, we'll get out of bed here in a minute. But I don't know, some people may know, some people may not know the effects of peak week and how wore out you get because you are depleted, and I'm definitely there. It's not a super fun process. This will be my third show, and it's worth it right now. But I'm definitely looking forward to being able to eat, feeling like a normal person after this show. So, yeah. If you have questions about peak week and the whole like being depleted thing, if you don't fully understand it, if you're not familiar with bodybuilding, leave me comments below. I'm more than happy to do a Q&A after this peak week with whatever questions anybody might have. So yeah, I guess let's get this day rolling. Princess alert. Okay, so I know that I had mentioned the other day about taking BCAAs when I do fasted cardio, as to not lose muscle. Basically that has to do with the fact that my body is depleted right now. I'm running off of a deficit in calories, and when I do fasted cardio, my body has nothing to feed off of. So rather than it breaking down my muscle, I give it amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein. So basically is supporting the maintenance of my muscle, with not allowing my body to break down my muscle while doing my fasted cardio, since like I said, I'm depleted. I don't really have much food. I did a refeed last night, which is probably why we saw that my weight stayed pretty steady. My normal days right now are about 78 grams of carbs, with a refeed every 16th meal, so every third day. And that'll up my carbs to about 160, 180 grams of carbs. So yeah, so we probably just saw me kind of stay steady because we put a little bit back into my muscles. Because with the carbs, some of you may not know, basically your muscles look fuller when you have more carbs, and that is because they go into your muscle. So the water, your carbs, they go in there, your muscles look fuller. There's a whole science to this, which is why we do the depleting and then the refeeding before going on stage. So yeah, now we're gonna head to do fasted cardio. My phone was basically dead. Apparently chose not to charge last night, so I'm just now heading out. It's about 6:15 in the morning. Lay in bed for about an hour waiting for it to charge. So. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my tilapia and fish to get done for my meals for the day, I'm going to talk to you guys about the supplements that I take during prep. And they changed from my first prep to now. When I originally started, I was working with Matt Warner. He's a fantastic coach. He's based out of Kansas. It's just difficult to do all long distance. And then I started working with Joe Valdez with PT by Joe in August for posing. And then after the Felicia Romero Classic, went ahead and just had Joe take everything over. Not to say one was better than the other. You know, everything worked great, obviously, especially, you know, I went into my first show. I won overall, was nationally qualified. Went into my second show at the Felicia Romero Classic, placed second in my class, and those were just a week apart. So I couldn't have asked for a better outing. But we did things a little bit different the first go around, and then coming out of Felicia Romero Classic, Joe wanted to tweak stuff with my body and make it utilize food versus giving it supplements and it relying on supplements. So we just did a bunch of eating for a while, went from supplements and vitamins to mostly just vitamins. And I'm gonna show you guys what I started with, exactly the supplements that I was taking, why I was taking them, what they were used for, and yeah, kind of show you where I'm at now. Okay, so here's basically everything that I was taking. Well, minus this is something new. But for the most part, so we used plasma in the beginning. That was what I took during my workouts instead of taking a pre-workout, which I honestly haven't taken a pre-workout in ages. And then we moved on to doing the Surge and the Formula 1 protein. Great, worked out. We did that during prep. So this was during my building phase. We had this for a while during prep, and then we switched over to these two. And then I was doing the beta-alanine and the creatine. I mean, most people know beta-alanine helps with your muscle endurance, all that good stuff. Creatine, and then over here we just have like vitamin C powder that I mix into my water. Since my water intake has to be so high, it's just easy to take vitamin C. With depleting your body, you got to take care of your immune system. So vitamin C is very important. And then I take this, basically it just has a boatload more vitamins than just regular multis. And then fish oil. And now I take this, which is like, so instead of me eating a boatload of broccoli, I take 2 of these. My coach says it's like taking a pound of broccoli in each pill. So that way I can keep my food normal. We don't have to deal with, you know, stomach problems. So I went from doing all this stuff to now just this. My BCAAs for fasted cardio and a fat burner. And then at night I take zinc, magnesium, and then melatonin just right before I go to bed. I mean, very simple stuff. Alright, so this is all my food for the show. So that's dinner tomorrow night, extra sweet potatoes, and then just steak and sweet potatoes for Saturday. The show is only, well, prejudging is at 11 and finals is at 3. So I don't really need much food. We'll probably get a burger and stuff in between prejudging and finals, and probably have pancakes for breakfast on Saturday. We'll see.